It's not even giving what y'all said it was supposed to give. No.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who this be, it's your girl KylerB coming at you from a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Big Brother 25. We just watched the season finale of Big Brother, and here's my highlights of it, because it's just like, this is probably one of the most unsatisfying season finales of this show. So let's get right into it. Jag won the third part of the final HOH. He decided to take Matt instead of Billie Jane, which I think that was his first mistake, because with Billie Jane, he would have won unanimously, because nobody really rates Billie Jane that much, because none of Billie Jane's, even though Billie Jane won competitions, none of Billie Jane's decisions really were her own, if you know what I'm saying. She was influenced by other people. You know, she won the power, of course, but it was her being influenced by other people for that power. Now, Jag taking Matt, everyone was like, okay, Matt's gonna win this, because Matt was very sociable. He did win comps too. Everybody really likes him. Now, the only thing that Matt had to do was own up his game moves and game decisions. Were you just being Jag's leader or follower, Jag's follower, I meant, or were you actually making decisions on your own? And that is where he had to come into play. And yeah, we get to the Q&A, and Matt was just fumbling the Q&A. He was just basically repeating what was being asked of him. He wasn't really owning up anything. Jag, on the other hand, he wasn't saying too much either, but he actually had a firm response for every question that was asked about him. He said this, he said that. It was very firm. It was very like, okay, he knows what he's saying.
He made his move, I made my moves. There was no leader in this one.
There was a leader, and it was me the whole time.
Matt was just like, I don't know, like what are we doing here, Matt? What are we doing here? Did you even prepare for your end game? Did you even prepare for what would you do if you were in the final two? Did you even prepare? You did not at all. Like, what were you doing? So next thing you know, literally, we get to the final speeches, and you know, Matt, he could have made a comeback. You know, he was saying this, he won, you know, the pathway challenge, that basically he had the power, and he's the reason why Jag is still in the game, which he ate. But he, at the end of his speech, he didn't know what else to say, and it just went downhill.
And you know how I got up last second? Rock, paper, scissors. I was willing to do that. Thank you.
It was just like, what are you doing here, Matt? What are you doing? So now, Jag came in and was just like, I had all the blood on my hands. After I was voted out 10-0, you know, I kept winning the competitions. I was the one who facilitated your eviction, your eviction, your eviction, your eviction. He explained to Sari how Sari wasn't even going home, but he informed to Matt that Sari had to go home, and and that's why you went home. I voted out Felicia. You know, I'm the reason why Billie Jane is not in final two. Like, he basically was just like, okay, this and this and this. I own all my game moves. I own all my decisions. I'm the reason why you're in jury, and I'm here. So he tried to, you know, do his big one, even though it was kind of like, okay, calm down a bit, calm down. But he was very firm. And that's what people like to hear. They like to hear the firm, you know, game move, the game decisions. So it comes down to it. We get to the final votes, and you know, it was 5-2 vote with Sari and Felicia voting for Matt. And to be honest, they were never gonna vote for Jag. To be honest, they stuck by Matt, and that was it. Everybody else voted for Jag because, you know, Jag owned all his game move decisions. And I feel like Matt fumbled so bad because he had this game in the bag. He really did. You know, Jag could have cut Matt at Final Four. He didn't. That was like his first mistake. Next thing you know, he took him to Final Two. That was his another mistake. All Matt had to do was give a good speech. Reason after reason why he should win. And he did not deliver that at all. You know, he came up with like, you know, he's the first deaf player in this game. And I'm just like, okay, that's points. But it's just like, you're not giving up like what made BB25. And that's where he, you know, went wrong at. So come to it, you know, everybody found out about Sri and Jared being, you know, mother-son duo. It was kind of funny because when, you know, Julie Chen put Jared on blast to say, who else did he tell about, you know, the secret? And he said he told Blue. Yeah, Sri was upset that, you know, he was the one who told Blue and not Blue finding out somehow or some way or whatever.
Suri is shaking her head. Suri, what do you think about Jared revealing your secret to Blue?
Oh, we're going to talk after that. We got a lot of talking to do after this.
Like, he's the one who slipped up and told Blue about the whole situation, which it was just like, no. It was already bad enough having Izzy know about it, and, you know, Izzy was on their side, but then having Blue, and it was just not good. At the end of the day, this season, you know, ended off with America's favorite player, and the top 3 vote getters were Suri, Cameron, and Matt. Cameron won America's favorite player. So,
congratulations, Cameron!
So I'm like, you have Jag winning the game, which I feel like Matt could have easily won, and then you have Cameron winning America's favorite player, which is just like, okay, no. So at the end of the day, it just didn't go into people's favor. But I would say in terms of representation and, you know, Jag being the first, you know, Sikh guy, you know, winning Big Brother, that is the first, and, you know, you have to give it to him.
And you made history. The first Sikh winner.
But I'm just like, if Suri did not convince Matt to save Jag with his power, Jag wouldn't have won. It wasn't his sole decision to save Jag. Because if Suri was like, no, don't save him, like, and she was firm on that, Jag would have been pre-jury. But because Suri was like, let's make Cameron's HOH a waste and save Jag. And that's what they did. They both saved Jag. Basically, it was both of their decisions. They saved Jag, and, you know, is what it is. I feel like if Suri was in those final 2 chairs, she would have won because she would have had something really good to say. She would have won if Matt took her to final 2, because she would have, you know, for the first half of the season, she would have just ate it up with her game moves, and then she could even would talk about, you know, her end half and how even despite losing Izzy and losing everybody who's in her alliance, losing Jared and everybody, she found a way to still stay in the house, people to get back on her side and stay in the game. The only reason she went out that door was because Jag realized or knew that Matt and Suri were closer, and, you know, he couldn't, you know, get Suri on his side fully. And at the end of the day, that's why he had to convince Matt. And basically, it was him and Bowie who were just like, oh, let's get Suri out. And that's what they did. But yeah, this season, it definitely wasn't it. From the first week where Kirsten went out, the first week and everything, it was just like, okay, how do we get back from here? And then, you know, it was going well until the whole Izzy thing. Because even after Hassan left, you know, prematurely, because Hassan was on the professor's side, but him leaving prematurely, which is like, okay, it was like a downfall, but they still was able to continue. And then when Izzy hit the block, and then she was going to actually stay in the house until Corey kind of felt like, oh, well, you know, he doesn't really have Suri all the way because Matt has Suri, and, you know, he wants to be in the position that Matt is with Suri. And it's just like, okay, he has to pivot, and that's where him, Jag, Matt, and everybody kind of like switched the vote on Izzy last minute, because the entire week Izzy was safe. Izzy was safe. The only thing is that if Hassan was in the game, Corey would have been out sooner than he did. Corey would have went home sooner than he did if Hassan was in the game. So yeah, if Jag left, that's 2 people who was a big downfall to Suri game, who would have been out the house. You know, maybe even pre-jury. So that would have left Izzy and Jared to the final, 5, 7, 8, whoever. Also, let's talk about this whole Riley and Matt situation, because at the end of the day, did not Riley friend zone Matt before she got evicted? So how is now Julie saying, oh, you got a girlfriend coming out of this house?
Going home with $75,000 and a girlfriend.
You friend zoned the guy in the house. You did not want no parts of him. And now you're outside of the house meeting his mother and rooting for him, whatever. And now you're like, oh, we're together. Like, you're not being for real at all. You're not being for real at all. It's just like, what is going on here? What is going on here? But at the end of the day, that was Big Brother 25. Julie announced some reindeer games that's going to happen on December 11th. But yeah, this was Big Brother 25, and for the 25th season, yeah, no. It did not eat. It did not eat. But anyway, guys.
See you next summer. Love one another. Good night.
What did you think about this season, as a whole, and, and whatnot? But anyway, guys, if you like this video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and subscribe to my channel, subscribe. And thank you guys for watching the video. Peace.